British tabloids, the royal family, and even Netflix critics. But this time, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle face something entirely new, a stadium full of baseball fans.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle booed at the baseball, and the delusional Duke has a face like...
You know it's bad when Los Angeles, Meghan's chosen kingdom, turns on her. And that's exactly what happened when Meghan Markle and Prince Harry tried to make a cute little appearance at a Dodgers game. They pop up on the big screen, all smiles, probably expecting cheers, maybe even a standing ovation. But they got something else entirely. Booing, loud, clear, and brutal. You see the look on Harry's face there? Whew. Forget royal poise, that was a "how did I get here" kind of face. Meanwhile, Meghan goes straight into actress mode with her trained smile, chin tilt, and pretending it's all going exactly as planned. But nothing about that moment or this as-ever relaunch she's trying to push is going to plan. If anything, it's unraveling, and we need to talk about why this public humiliation in her own backyard is just the start.
Harry and Meghan are here watching some baseball as well.
I can see these two dining out on this for years to come. Will they blame racism? Will they blame anti-ginger bigotry? What's the story here?
Let's just sit with this for a second. Meghan Markle, who traded the crown for California, gets booed in LA. Her turf, her spiritual home. The place she's convinced would worship the ground she literally walks on, and yet there she was at Dodger Stadium, smiling like she'd just won the lottery while the audience let her know loud and clear what they really thought. The cameras hit their faces, Harry's jaw tightens, he forces this awkward laugh like someone just told a joke he just doesn't get but desperately wants to fit in. Meanwhile, Meghan sees the lens hit and immediately flips to her royal approved performance smile. You know the one, the everything is perfect even though everything's on fire kind of smile. And let's be honest, there was so much delusion in that moment, you can almost hear her thinking they're booing because they're excited, right? No, honey, that wasn't excitement, that was a public service announcement from the crowd. We see the act and we're done. It's bad enough getting booed anywhere, but to get booed in your adopted hometown just days after launching your soft, cozy, candle-filled lifestyle brand? Ugh. Even Hollywood crowd control couldn't save you. If this is what rock bottom looks like for the American princess, let's just say it's going to be a long, squirmy road down from here.
That she was on the screen, because that's all she spent the whole game doing. There's a photographer, there's a camera, performing. But unfortunately, there was no way you could cut the fact that when they appeared on the cam, to the audience, to the crowd, there were boos.
Now here's where it gets a little extra embarrassing. When the cameras put Meghan's name up on the Dodgers big screen, guess what it said? Not Duchess Meghan, not Her Royal Highness, just Meghan Markle. I mean, that's brutal. Even the stadium staff was like, "Sis, your title doesn't mean anything here." And maybe that's the real heartbreak hiding under that plastered smile. All that effort, all those speeches about how she wanted to be just Meghan, but now that the crown's not paying her bills anymore, suddenly being just Meghan doesn't hit the same. Because if we're being honest, the whole Hollywood fantasy she's been selling, the one where she's treated like Beyonce at brunch, is cracking. It's giving former actress trying to stay relevant, and the world sees it. And maybe that's why she looked a little extra glammed up that night. You know, the perfect hair, the camera-ready cheekbones, like she thought she was walking into a love fest. Only to get slapped with a reality check. No one's curtsying, no one's gasping. They just see Meghan Markle, not the Duchess, not the rebellious princess, not the woke queen of Montecito, and nothing cuts deeper than nobody caring anymore. You can have the candle line, the signature scent, the press releases about family hugs and wellness, but when the screen drops your title, oh honey, that's when you know the fairy tale turned back into a pumpkin.
The look on Prince Harry's face when it registers that they're being booed, you could tell that really affects him. This is interesting because recently an LA-based crowdsourcing site called Ranker named Meghan Markle the #1 most disliked celebrity in the United States.
All right, let's talk seating. Not the kind of seating we gossip about at weddings, the kind where Meghan and Harry plant themselves in the best seats at Dodger Stadium. Right in the front row, center of attention. It would be almost funny if it weren't so strangely and stunningly tone deaf. Because who did they bump back behind them? Oh, No one important, just Magic Johnson, who not only happens to be Magic Johnson, but also a part owner of the Dodgers. Oh, and Sandy Koufax, the literal Hall of Famer, baseball royalty. And they had to sit behind Meghan Markle, who brought 0 rings, 0 hits, and all of her Hollywood ego. And this wasn't lost on the fans. You could feel the collective, "Who do you think you are?" ripple through the stadium. That's what entitlement looks like when people stop buying the fairy tale. It's not charming, it's not aspirational, it's just awkward. The worst part is Meghan and Harry don't even seem to get it. They probably thought they were the main event. Meanwhile, the real legends were wearing Dodgers blue, sitting quietly a row back without a personal photographer in sight. It's one thing to chase a spotlight, but it's another to snatch it from people who actually earned it, and the crowd made their judgment very, very clear. You can't snub the culture and then walk in like it's all yours. Hollywood might play along sometimes, but baseball? Oh no. They'll boo you to your face and make you rethink every life choice that led you there.
The reaction they received at the World Series seemed to confirm this sentiment. When Meghan and Harry appeared on the Jumbotron while sitting front row in front of all of these athletic greats, like, why should they be on the front row? Where is your son Archie, Harry? Why are you always dragging your bra?
Now, let's talk about Harry's face for a minute. That man looked like he wanted to crawl into the nearest luxury suite and hide under a Dodgers towel. You ever see someone smile with their mouth but never their eyes? That was Harry, the entire game. Every time the camera swung their way, Meghan turned into the PR-trained star she thinks she is. Bright smile, straight posture, acting like she's about to shoot a lifestyle commercial, and then there's Harry next to her. Slumped, eyes glazed, that half-hearted chuckle that only comes from a man who knows he's not allowed to go home early. It's almost sad. Almost. Until you remember this is the same guy who fled a 1,000-year-old monarchy because he thought becoming a California influencer would be a little bit more freeing. And now he looks more trapped than ever. Sources close to the couple say Harry feels powerless. He's just doing what needs to be done to keep the peace, which is code for Meghan is calling the shots and he's just the +1 lugging along, holding the candle samples and forcing a smile. Now, I don't know about you, but when a man looks this drained at a baseball game, something deeper is going on. Like, babe, if you can't even enjoy a beer in a crowd without looking like you're in a hostage video, you need more than therapy. You need an escape route, and fast, because this version of Harry, he's not the rebel prince, he's the reluctant brand mascot, and everyone can see it.
In some ways, you have to feel sorry for Harry being dragged there and then dealing with the fact that he's tried to ignore for a long time, that actually this couple are just as unpopular in woke California as they are in the United Kingdom.
Now, I have to ask the question that everyone else is thinking, where the hell were the kids? Maybe I missed something, but wasn't this a family-friendly Dodgers game? The kind of thing people bring their toddlers to? Even if they can't tell a foul ball from a foam finger, but once again, Harry and Meghan showed up kid-free, just like they did at the Super Bowl. The Grand Prix, the polo match, the Queen's Jubilee, the King's coronation. I mean, how many major family moments do you skip before people stop calling it privacy and start calling it something else? Oh, and don't get me started on Meghan's Halloween stunt. She literally released a video accidentally showing her kid's face for the first time. Not at a birthday party, not for a good cause, but tied to her brand launch. I swear, if Family Warmth had a spokesperson, it would never be this woman. It's almost like the kids don't exist unless there's a product to sell, but then, when it's actually time for memory making, crickets. No Archie in a mini Dodgers cap, no Lilibet with a baseball glove bigger than her head, just mom and dad posing for the cameras. Again. You can't make a career out of monetizing motherhood while never doing the actual mom part in public, and let's be real, these kids are going to grow up one day and see the footage. They'll watch the big milestones they were never at, while mom and dad sat courtside with strangers. One day, Archie's going to ask, why weren't we ever part of anything? And that's not a question a candle can answer.
This is the perfect view for Prince Harry, since he married one of those as well. This is a huge PR fail on Harry's team, and he looked silly. The guest made fun of him, and was given this big opportunity. So if I were Harry and Meghan's publicist, I would probably be looking for another job.
Now let's talk about Meghan's newest obsession, her lifestyle brand As Ever, or should I say As Expected. because this flop was predictable from the second she pushed those overpriced candles into the world like they were the second coming of Paltrow. 2 candles, count them, just 2. One called 084 because it's her birthday vibe, the other called 519 because it's her wedding day in scent form. Cute, except the wedding was taxpayer funded, but sure, let's honor that with a $64 candle poured into a ceramic cup that looks as basic as a mall kiosk gift. You know what's even funnier? Everything was still in stock hours after the launch. No sellouts, no frenzy, no broken website due to high demand, just a big fat reminder that people are not waiting around to smell what Meghan Markle thinks joy feels like. Now, if you're going to charge people luxury prices, you need more than a backstory about your birthday and a half-baked press release talking about coziness and light. Girl, save that for Etsy. And honestly, for the price of 1 Meghan candle, you can get 2 Farmhouse 3 wicks, a coupon, and a warm fuzzy feeling that you didn't accidentally fund a Montecito mortgage payment. Oh, and let's not ignore the timing. Meghan and Harry just happened to show up on camera right after the candle launch, like they were hoping the Dodgers crowd would double as a marketing audience. Well, that plan backfired so hard it's almost poetic. When the vibes are fake, the sales reflect it, and right now, as ever, smells less like sandalwood and more like desperation.
Front row, Harry looked, frankly, like he'd rather be anywhere else. One of the enduring mysteries of Prince Harry's post-royal life is this: why does he keep putting himself in situations that visibly make him miserable?
If you thought Meghan's candle launch smelled like desperation, wait till you hear this one. There was a cameraman sitting right behind Harry at the Dodgers game, and he wasn't filming the players, he was filming them. So now people are whispering, are we looking at the pilot episode of the Harry and Meghan reality hour? And honestly, that wouldn't be surprising. When the brand deals slow down and the royal fascination fizzles, what's left? Well, if you're Meghan, a camera crew and Kris Jenner on speed dial. Oh yeah, you heard that right, Kris Jenner. Word is she's been mentoring Meghan, and if there's one woman who knows how to turn public chaos into a brand empire, it's the woman who made I'm Just Being Honest a paycheck. If Meghan's taking notes, expect a lot more candid family content, emotional confessions from Montecito, and possibly, yes, the royal version of Keeping Up with the Sussexes. And let's be real, the timing lines up perfectly. As Ever isn't catching, the podcast deal is basically ghosted, and Netflix never asked for a sequel. So, where do you go when you've exhausted every soft-focused PR angle? Straight into the arms of America's most profitable reality family. I mean, can't you just see it now? Harry sipping tea in confessionals, Meghan creating drama over candle sales, Archie's face blurred in the background while someone plugs merch. If this is the future, Hollywood might want to brace itself, because Montecito isn't just burning sage anymore, it's preparing to roll cameras.
Why are you doing this to yourself, Harry? You're mortified, you hate crowds, you're booed, which absolutely plays into all of the insecurities that you now feel about how much you've mucked this up. Why do you allow her to?
You ever meet someone who talks about family love so much you start to wonder if they've actually ever experienced it? That's Meghan. Every brand blurb, every As Ever press release, every Town and Country interview, it's the same story. Homemade scents, cozy candles, warm embraces, family love in a jar. And yet, every time we see her in real life, there's no family in sight. No warmth, no coziness, just staged poses, forced smiles, and kids who apparently only existed for curated photo ops and candle marketing. Like the recent Town and Country move. She didn't even put herself on the cover. She used her spot to boost a teen activist and sneak a reference to Lilibet, like naming her kid in a magazine somehow confirms that her motherhood is her purpose. Cute strategy, except it feels less like parenting and more like product placement. For someone selling eternity in ceramic jars, you'd expect her own home to reflect this glowing mother energy she keeps cashing in on, but what we actually see is a family that's fractured, a husband who looks emotionally drained, and 2 kids who get mentioned more often in interviews than they do in real family moments. So, when Meghan says this candle evokes the feeling of a home filled with love, I have to laugh. Because no amount of sandalwood and water lotus can cover up the smell of a brand that's trying just a little too hard to be what it isn't.
Either why he keeps putting himself in this situation. I think he just doesn't have the courage to really tell Meghan how he feels.
So here's where we land. Meghan shows up at a Dodgers game thinking she's getting applause. She gets booed. Harry looks like he needs a support group. The candles aren't selling, the titles don't stick, and the whole family warmth PR routine. At this point, the only thing it's warming is her ego, never her house. And truthfully, you've got to wonder, how many more relaunches can she spin before even the last few stands start side-eyeing the act? Because the booing wasn't just noise, it was a message, a big stadium-sized enough already. So now I'm curious, what do you think is next? Is it more fake coziness? Maybe a reality show? A surprise tell-all book where the confessions come in candle wax? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below, and if you want to stick around for more Sussex chaos, you know where to find me.